I need to stop looking so tired when making these videos. Anyway, guys, thank you very much. It's just a bit late, that's all. I just wanted to do a video talking about Homefront, the Revolution. Nearly forgot what game I was going to about then. I've been playing that a bit today. I decided to buy it. I bought it off CGS Keys, the one that's in my link if you want to go and check it out. £23, so it's not bad for a game that's just been released this week. You also get the, I believe what was the pre-order DLC, which I'm not sure what that contains. But I wanted to do a video to say that, and I don't normally come out and do videos like this, but I wanted to say that I don't really actually think it's worth buying. You shouldn't go out and buy it. Basically, there you go. Done. I'll go explain why, obviously. So the game freezes up a heck of a lot for no apparent reason whatsoever. In between the times where it runs fine, it does actually run quite well. I'm getting pretty decent FPS. Everything seems to run really well. It looks really nice, but you do get these freezes every now and again. I like the general premise of the story, like I've mentioned in my other videos. It's quite got a similar vibe to Freedom Fighters. If you ever played that, I believe it came out on the PlayStation 2 and the GameCube. I played it on the GameCube personally, and I really enjoyed that game. You know, the whole sort of freedom fighter, guerrilla warfare style of things, and getting a little group of men together and shooting up some people vastly overpowered for your current outfitting. So that I don't have a problem with. And obviously the freezing, I mentioned that, and you can quite plainly see that in quite a few in the two videos that I put up. But outside of that, we've got things like the AI being absolutely stupid. I mean, I'm not playing on the hardest setting. I'm playing on, I can't remember what it's called. Basically, just their normal setting, but they sort of want it to be a bit of a challenge. And I must be totally honest when I say I've not been impressed in the slightest. You become up to an enemy and he'll decide to hide around a cover but show his back to you. So it basically gives you a free shot at his back, which I find really bizarre, personally. Just weird decisions that the AI makes, not necessarily being too easy, sometimes just being too erratic, you know, that you would expect from a government force, you know, doing patrols or whatever. I mean, I don't understand it, you know, it is a sort of fantasy-esque setting. But outside of that, I want to see a bit more realism from the AI, so I've not been impressed in that in the slightest, to be honest with you. Some of the graphics do look rather clunky, which, while I've said it is a nice game, and I stand by that, some of it just doesn't really seem to fit or look quite right in certain areas. And that's not because I've got, you know, the graphic details turned down too low. In fact, everything is on, I think everything's on very high. I think I've only got a couple of the settings turned down to high, just for a bit of balance. But yeah, I don't really know, until a patch comes out that addresses some of the issues regarding the AI and the freezing, I can't really recommend playing it. It's been a real pain in the bum. All I'm waiting for now is me to get a freeze mid-battle, and then when it does eventually decide to kick back in, for me to be lying on the floor dead. I thought one of the problems might have been because I was recording while doing it. I've used two different recording softwares now. I've used XSplit and I've used Shadowplay, and I've also played it without, and I'm getting the same issues. I've restarted, I've reinstalled. So obviously, whether it's just something that's contained to my computer, I'm not sure. Looking at it online, it seems to be that other people have had similar issues with it as well. And the technical issue side of things, I find difficult to really get past. That really is a barrier to even playing the game and being able to judge it properly on, you know, the game's own merits, like the story and the progression and the gunplay and that sort of stuff. Obviously, I'm not good at first-person shooters. Don't profess to be. Probably never will be either. I mean, I use a controller just because it's a lot easier. You know, just sit back and play the game as a bit of a sort of armchair rather than hunched over my computer like this. But anyway, yeah, I wouldn't recommend picking up at the minute. Maybe if it goes on sale and it gets a patch, keep an eye on it if it's something you are interested in. Like I say, I personally really like the premise of it. I'm going to be playing it a little bit more until I get a freeze that really, you know, annoys me so much that I just go, nah, get rid of it. But obviously tomorrow I've got Total War Warhammer coming out, so I'm going to be doing some stuff on that. If you're interested in that, leave me some comments about what you might want to see. Anyway, thank you for watching, everybody, and I'll see you all very soon. Goodbye.